Why this is the lowest cost real business. Everyone's looking for the lowest cost business, but there's a difference between low cost and real business. And most low cost options, they're not real businesses at all. They lack the foundation, the scalability, and the true asset building potential that high level entrepreneurs look for. You see, anyone can start something for cheap. But starting something that scales, that builds equity, and that actually pays you professional commissions, that is a different game entirely. We're talking about professional B2B services, not gig work or retail. Here's the difference. Most people are chasing the low entry fee without looking at the long-term survival rate or the actual profit margins. If you want a hobby, go for a side hustle. If you want a wealth building asset, pay attention. We're going to break this down into 6 chapters: the franchise trap, the agency myth, the side hustle lie, this business model, the economics, and finally, the market gap that nobody is talking about. Chapter 1, the franchise trap. Franchises promise low startup cost and a proven system. They sell you the dream of being your own boss. But here's what low cost actually means when you start digging into the disclosure documents. We're talking $20,000 to $50,000 just to open the doors. That's the entry fee. That's before you've even signed your first customer, rented a space, or sold a single widget. It's capital intensive from day one. The reality is, the average franchise startup is between $20,000 and $50,000. That's a massive hole to start your journey in. You are starting in the red, and it stays red for a very long time. Then you pay royalties, ongoing fees for marketing, inventory costs that they control. By month 3, you're $30,000 in the hole, and that's if things are going well. The overhead alone can be a business killer before you even get traction. And you're just now starting to actually work. Plus, you're locked into their system. You can't pivot, you can't innovate. You're just executing someone else's playbook. You aren't an entrepreneur, you're a high-priced manager for their brand. Most franchises take 2 to 3 years just to reach the break-even point. That's not a business. That's a long-term capital commitment that ties up your net worth and your time for a decade just to see a return. Chapter 2, the agency myth. Everyone wants to start a digital agency. It sounds sexy, it sounds modern, and the entry fee seems small, maybe just a laptop and a dream. But the hidden costs are what kill you in this model. Minimum startup, $500 to $2,000. But here's what people don't tell you. You need a website, professional design, and case studies. That's $2,000 to $5,000 right there if you want to be taken seriously by real clients. People say it's cheap, but the hidden costs of client acquisition, paid ads, and lead generation will eat your capital faster than you can sign a client. The customer acquisition cost in the agency space is at an all-time high. You need software, project management tools, accounting suites, premium LinkedIn. That's $200 to $500 every single month ongoing before you have your first client or your first dollar in revenue. By the time you're actually ready to take clients, you've spent $5,000 to $10,000. And you're competing in a saturated market with thousands of others all saying the same thing. You're a commodity in a world of commodities. You're fighting for scraps in a world where everyone is a digital marketer. The margins are thin, the churn is high, and the economics just don't make sense for a true, low-cost, high-return startup. Chapter 3, the side hustle lie. Then there's the side hustle economy, freelancing platforms, gig work. Build your own thing. It's sold as the ultimate low-cost entry point into entrepreneurship. But is it really? You know what those are? They're not businesses. They're jobs without the security. No equity, no scalability, no real value. You are just a line item on someone else's balance sheet that can be cut at any moment. 99% of side hustles never become real businesses. They stay side hustles because there's no business model behind them. They are designed to extract your labor for the platform's benefit, not yours. You're trading time for money. Forever. One client leaves, your income disappears. You aren't building an asset, you're just renting out your hours. There's a hard cap on your income because there is a hard cap on your time. When you stop working, the money stops coming. That is the definition of a job, not a business. If you want to build something that outlasts your daily labor, the side hustle is a dead end. Drop a comment. Are you thinking franchise, agency, side hustle, or collections? I want to know where your head is at before we dive into the solution. I'm reading every single one. Chapter 4, This Business Model. Here's what makes commercial collections different. The startup is brutally honest and low cost. No fluff, no hidden five-figure fees, just a real B2B engine that you own. One-time costs, $314 to $450. That covers LLC formation, registered agent, EIN, and an attorney contract review. This is the foundation of a professional B2B entity. That's the entire setup. We're talking less than $500 to own a fully legal, professional entity ready to do business with corporations. Compare that to the $50,000 franchise fee. The difference is staggering. Monthly recurring, $943 to $1,048. That's QuickBooks, the Collect Portal, HubSpot, banking, email, and your outreach tools. Everything you need to operate at the highest professional level. But here's the thing, it's not a cheap business. It's a real business. You have real corporate clients. You work with real invoices. You earn real money. You're getting paid by actual companies for actual results that impact their bottom line. In this model, you aren't selling trinkets to consumers. You are providing an essential financial service to established companies that need their cash flow managed. You are a professional partner, not a gig worker. Chapter 5, The Economics. Let me show you the math. This is where most people realize the true power of the commercial collections model compared to anything else on the market today. Let's look at the ROI. You start with your $1,500 investment. Day 7, you reach out to your first potential client. Week 2, you land your first account, a $50,000 unpaid B2B invoice from a construction firm. You work it for 30 days. You collect $35,000 of that debt. Your commission, 30% equals $10,500. That's cash in your business account in month 1. That's 7 to 10 times ROI in your first 30 days on a real business. No other business model gives you that kind of economics. You've paid for your entire year of operating costs with one client. Franchises need 2 to 3 years to break even. Agencies need 6 to 12 months if they're lucky. This, 1 month, one client. It changes the entire trajectory of your business growth and your personal freedom. Chapter 6, Why Nobody Knows About This. If this is so good, why doesn't everybody do it? Why aren't people lining up to start collections agencies? Because nobody's talking about it. The marketing isn't there. The franchise industry has billions in marketing. They tell everyone to buy a sandwich shop. But B2B collections, there is over $100 billion in uncollected debt every single year. It's a massive invisible problem. Medical equipment companies, staffing agencies, construction firms, they're all chasing late payments. They're all desperate for help, and almost nobody's serving them. The competition is virtually non-existent at the local level. This isn't a business opportunity in the traditional sense. It's an actual market gap, an underserved $100 billion opportunity that's been sitting there the whole time, waiting for professional operators to step in. Here's what happens next. Download the free 7-step checklist. See exactly what a real business looks like in 1 week. We've mapped out the entire process so you don't have to guess. It's all there for you. This is your chance to build something real without the massive capital risk. I've shown you the math. I've shown you the gap. Now it's your turn to take action. Go to the website and get started today. I'll see you on the inside. Email me when you're ready to take your first account. This is the lowest cost real business, and it's waiting for you. Let's get to work. Download the checklist at corporatecollectionsblueprint.com. Start building your real business today. Take the first step toward financial independence now.